All right, so today we're gonna be looking at a rare build called a ball hawking bulldozer. This name is insane, and of course the build is gonna be really good also. We're still gonna be playing off our 6'5" height. I feel like 6'5" just gives you the best cap breakers. So we're going 6'5", we're going all the way up to 230 pounds with a 6'9" wingspan, okay? Now, what you're gonna see is basically just a lot of data points that have been put together to come up with a really good, solid build. And again, this got to be 84, not that. So here we go. So what we're going to be looking at, first and foremost, 89 driving dunk. We already know that we're going to be using our cap breakers here to get this up higher. You have an 80 driving layup, so you will have that physical finisher on silver. You can max +1 or 2 that to get that to gold or Hall of Fame. 40 standing dunk to get the 2-hand standing dunk animations. You have an 84 3-ball here. The reason why we cannot go 85 because it would change the name. So, but if you want to go 85 so you can get that 93 ball, by all means do it. But if you're someone like me that, you know, hey, I don't care about deep bomber anyway, I just love the name, then just stay with the 84, okay? You still have that 80 mid-range, which again will give you the sharpshooter takeover. That's important. You have that 75, above a 75 mid-range at least with the 84 3-ball. We'll give you that, well, 75 mid-range will give you the 3-point. Sharp take. I believe as a guard, you should at least have an 80 just to be able to hit those mid-range shots consistently, okay? On pass accuracy, we have an 80 pass accuracy with an 86 ball handle. Obviously, you can use your cap breakers here to get that up. I definitely recommend using at least 2 cap breakers here to get that lightning launch on gold. You know, obviously, you can use a max +1 and 2 to be able to get that up higher, but you cannot go 85. Again, it will change the name. So it's kind of like, you know, getting that name changed by doing that. 84 perimeter defense. As you know, you have that 84 perimeter defense. It'll give you that move on forcer on on gold. You can max +2 that to get that to legend if you wanted to. The 85 still gives you that gold interceptor. I always recommend that gold interceptor. 69 on the block. You get that high fly now. You only need a 68, but we went 69 just to get that attribute up. And then again, going 75 on the offensive rebound, getting that box out beast on silver, and rebound chaser on bronze. To me, it's always important to have that with a build like this. And then of course you have 85 speed, 83 on the agility, 85 strength is, again, you get that strong handles on Hall of Fame, max +1 that to get that to legend. And the big thing is, again, like I said, man, this build has strength. All right, it has the strength to be able to get the physical finisher, and of course to be able to get the strong handles. So it's one of those, I guess you can say, guard builds that you can literally go to the paint. The strong handles is not as overpowered as it was years before, but it's still a good combination with strong handles and physical finisher working together. So again, you know, just keep that in mind when you're playing. You do have that strong handles, so you can go ahead and flick your right joystick into the player, and then sometimes you get like a little shoulder bump. Other times it's just like a slight, subtle little dribble animation that will get you by, but it's not like how it was before where you can just like throw the ball between their legs and all that type of stuff. It's just not happening, right? So just keep that in mind with the nutmeg. But yeah, so all in all, I feel like this is a really, really good, solid build all around. 6'5" height. Again, since you are over 6'5", you lose all those other abilities as far as dribble sigs like Trae Young and, you know, all that stuff, Kemba Walker. But at the end of the day, you replace that with a little bit taller, and you have the ability to get standing dunks, because you can't get standing dunks if you're 6'4" shorter, so you will be able to get that. So there's pros and cons to being 6'5" or 6'4", but I prefer 6'5" in my opinion. And then of course, here you have it, my nephews and nieces, we have the really solid ball hawking bulldozer, and you even see Russell Westbrook right there, which I love. Russell Westbrook, especially 2010, 2011. That is just a dominant player right there. Steve Francis, and of course Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. We got 2 MVPs in here, man. So what we're going to look at now, obviously, is the cap breaker breakdown. All right. So let's come here. Boom. And I want to show you the work our way here. All right. So as you can see right here, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98 driving dunk. All right. Now, with that 98 driving dunk, since you are 6'5", you have to understand that you're not, if you want to get those small dunk animations, which I think you got to be, no, do you have to be 6'5"? Now I'm drawing a blank right here. I don't know if you have to be 6'4" or not. I think you can be 6'5". If it is 6'5", if you want to get the small ones, you have to get an 85 driving dunk. So you have to use 2 cap breakers here. I'm drawing a blank right now, so don't hold it against me. 8, 89, 90, 91. So you can actually get a 92 strength with this, which is funny because, again, that would just allow you to get strong handles on legend and all that type of stuff. So don't sleep on the fact that you can get this high strength, because that's something that a lot of people just kind of just like blow over and like, But remember, strength does play a really big factor when it comes to subtle dip. When you have, again, remember, there's not ridiculous animations, but if you are guarding a lockdown that has like 72 strength, right? Now, again, if they have on ball menace on legend, then you know your legend and then your strength, your strong handles, they kind of offset, right? But if you come up against individuals that do not have the strength or the perimeter defense, then you know your strength will come through with the strong handles. Again, they're subtle though, so it's not dramatic, and I hate that. I really want that, you know, bulldozing type animation where you can like just push shrug people off you and type of deal. So it would be nice to be able to bring that back, but at the end of the day, this is what 2K decided to do. Okay, so anyway, so you can go that route with the strength, you can go that route with the vert. Obviously your perimeter defense, you can get that up more if you wanted to. Again, as you know, that perimeter defense is really good for your hands up defense. If you haven't seen my videos, you need to check out my videos that I've been breaking down. And then last but not least, we'll talk about the ball handle here. So 2 cap breakers here, we'll get it 86, and then 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91. We'll give you that. I don't feel like you need to do anything here, to be honest with you. I would say 5 on your pass accuracy to get Bell out on bronze. That would be a good way to go. And then of course, going up to 89 will also be good for your 3 ball. You can get some gold badges there. So it's really all about your preference, but I definitely will say try to go as high as you can on your driving dunk, because remember, the actual rating for driving dunk is what's going to give you the better green posterizer animations and window and stuff. So just keep that in mind, that you know, a 98 driving dunk is actually really, really good. Okay, so that was really going to set this apart. If you're going to be a bulldozer, then having a high driving dunk with the high strength will be something that's going to be pretty fun, in my humble opinion, right? But you know, this is your build, so y'all let me know in the comment section. Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down? Am I cooking with grease? Am I making any sense? And if I am, then all I ask is just please make sure you drop a like, you subscribe to my channel, and as usual, your favorite old head, Uncle Jimmy. I'll be back really, really soon on the banger, man. You know, when I say back soon on the banger, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm talking about tomorrow, man. I'm out.